Okay, there it is. Everything is glued down. I think it's okay. I may put a star or something over this place. I'm not too happy with that. But it's all glued down. We've got the year, the class. So I wanted to show you. I had this cut out. My dogs think that paper is like chocolate. It's their favorite thing. And so I had this all cut out, ready to put together, and had it laying over on the side of my desk. And I went to make sure I had everything that I needed. And I'm like, where did this other end go? What happened to that other end? So I know good and well when I have paper missing to look under the bed, because that's where you take your special things, is under the bed. And sure enough, there was my end. So I don't know if your dogs have the same liking for paper, but I'm telling you, it is like a delicacy for my dogs. So that's what one of my ends looked like. Okay, so there we have our, this is the top part of that flip. Now I'm going to go to the back side of the flip, and I'm going to decorate, scrapbook, whatever, and then we will put it onto our main page. So on this one, I've got a kind of a little idea going. I'm going to leave it white. This was single-sided paper. This green was single-sided paper. And so I think I'm going to leave it white. Now, the big thing that you've got to do is, this is going to be like this. And so to view it, it's going to be like this. So our fold will be at the bottom on this one. Now, I didn't go totally with the blackboard theme or the the bulletin board theme on this one, but I did use the paper that I had cut those others out of to kind of build what I want this page to look like. And I have some washi that I was kind of thinking I wanted to use on this page. I think I'm going to put this washi right along here. Yeah, let's use the washi. That's going to be just above where it glues to that other sheet. Let's just, I've got a little bit of that washi on there, but I think I want that. But you cannot fold it back because it's on the, it would be on the side that you're using, because you're using both sides of the sheet of paper. So I'm just going to trim it. Actually, I'm going to glue it first, and then I'll trim it when I pick it up. But I want to just put a little touch of glue on those ends so that because normally we wrap it around and that secures it. And so by putting that little touch of glue on there, that'll secure it. And then I'll pick it up and trim it away. But you wouldn't want to wrap it, because then it would be on this side. So we have that. Okay, we've got that. Rather crooked, but we've got it. Let's see if I can move that just a little. Get it back in camera. But that is definitely crooked. Move it down just a bit. Let's try that. That looks a little better. I'm pretty notorious for crooked. Okay, let's get this on here. I think I want that just, I guess I could do washi at top and bottom on this one. Let's see if we actually have room for that. That may be too much since it's on the top of that, though. Let's see. We get that. And then I didn't really have much embellishment to put with this. And on the main page, I'm just using his stuff for the embellishment. But I just cut a little double-ended banner thing here, and I wrote some of the ABCs, capital A, capital D, little d, on there. And I'm going to put that right up there just to put under this little chicken where it says my work. And then I cut out these little paper dolls just out of some colored, you know, I'm using just all primary colors. Cut those little paper dolls out to put right up there because I did have these little scissors and I thought that was cute to be kind of a little embellishment spot. And then I wanted my journaling here. So I've got journaling to put right there. I had this cute little, I had to take these apart because they had like 3 layers, you know, of foam to, you know, give them all this dimension. And you just don't want, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do is save space in my scrapbook by doing this flip page because I didn't want, you know, 2 or 3 pages of this. And so I didn't want to have all that foam tape giving it dimension on this, trying to avoid that. So, and I'm not inking these. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to keep this kind of primitive looking because it is a preschool layout. So this is, I think, where I'm headed with this. I love these little crayons. Okay, so I think that's kind of where I'm headed with this. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to glue this down, and then I'll be back. I'll be back. It's just empty, but I've got some crayons. I've got that. I've got that. And look at this little book that he made. It says My Work. I wanted to put something that he made. So cute little book. So anyway, now this will attach to this page. So kind of while I'm doing a little bit of this, it takes just a minute to do this, but I want to show you how I do it. I will do the twist. The one thing I want to tell you is you absolutely must use liquid adhesive on this. And I would recommend that you do about 1 inch. Why I cut this short, I'm not sure. But I recommend leaving maybe 3/4 of an inch or so to adhere these 2 together. And then this will flip down. You have this, and then you have your whole page. But you must use liquid adhesive. Just your tape runner just is not enough to hold it. So while I am doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do the twist. The twist tonight comes from Proverbs 27:17. Let me get this on here, and then I will tell you what Proverbs 27:17 is. And don't be chinchy with your glue. If a little bit of it seeps out, that's okay, but you want plenty. Proverbs 27:17 says, iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. That is so true. You know, I remember my granddad, I call him Grampy, and I remember him sharpening his axe. And he had an iron file, and he would sharpen that axe and and he worked on it all the time because our source of heat in that house was a fireplace. And so he chopped all of the wood by hand. There was no such thing as a chainsaw or anything. He chopped all of the wood by hand. And that iron file against that axe would just get it absolutely razor sharp. And I remember that. And then when I heard this verse in Proverbs, that iron sharpens iron, and so one person sharpens another, that's what I really thought of when I read that verse. But the same effect we have on each other. Just as that iron file sharpened my Grampy's axe, we sharpen each other. I have people that influence me and that just I listen to, and the things that they tell me make me a better person. And I hope that through these little twists that we do in our scrapbooking that you think about things that we talk about, and that it makes you a better person. My kids, my friends, my pastor, various things make me really stop and kind of evaluate myself. And by doing that, I want to try to become a better person. And so iron sharpens iron, and we sharpen each other. So just try to reflect on things that I say, that people say, and let it help you be that better person. We all want to be a better person. And so I think that's where the Bible encourages us to become a better person by helping each other, by being that iron sharpening iron to each other. All right, this I think is what we're going to do here. I have this little title that says preschool that I think I'm going to put right up there. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight because his little hand is kind of big, but that's the way it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and get this title up there because I think I sort of need to build everything off of it. Oh yeah, we're going to have plenty of room. So there is our title for that page. I was kind of thinking, since I've got the washi here, that I may put the washi here also. Let's look at that, see what we think. Yes, I think I shall. Okay. Now this one we can fold back because the back of this page is not anything we're going to see. I'm thinking that I may end up coming back and actually putting a row of washi up there, but I'm not going to make you watch that, but I probably will. I think I've convinced myself to do that. All right, so now we've just got to place these things. I cannot get that hand up past where that folds, but you see how that's going to look? I want to be sure that I get this. This is a little poem, and we're not going to get all of it below that, but I do want to get where, like, we're doing cartwheels, we're bouncing, we're bursting, we're giving a cheer because a brand new school year is finally here. I want to be sure that I get it, you know, where it looks like it's the whole thing. So you do have to do a little bit of planning on these pages to make sure that your flip, that it looks decent when your flip is down. You don't want to just cut things in half, and that you have to plan a little bit to get that flip page to do what you want it to. So I'm going to get that where I know I want it, and then I'll finish taping it down. So back to what I'm doing. Tomorrow, going to the hospital, and the plastic surgeon's going to put me back together. I would appreciate your prayers, and just that everything is good. And, you know, I don't want to be too vain, but I really don't want, you know, a big old hole in my nose either, or dent or whatever. So if you would just keep me in your prayers, I'd really appreciate that. So these are some little, this is his welcome back letter. It's addressed to him. It's his welcome back. I wanted to use some paraphernalia on this. And so this is their welcome back letter. This is a picture of him, his first day with his teacher. This is a picture of him, it wasn't that same day, but with his little lunch pail, getting ready to go to school. This was a little project they did, a little art project, and I'm going to try to do a little cluster with that. And then this is the little, I showed you the little book that he made, which was pretty cute. And then this was their class, the whole Mother's Day out, and his class, and then all the other classes, and then the class list. So I wanted to use some paraphernalia from his little Mother's Day out on this. So that's what kind of prompted me to do it this way. So let's get this back up here, hopefully where you can see it. I've moved it around. I don't know where I am in the camera at this point. But anyway, his little hand. So I definitely wanted to keep that. So if I can get this, I want it as far to the top as I can get it, but not into that fold, of course. And then the pictures, I think I'm going to, maybe this one on top. I just don't want to get over, I want to overlap this, but I don't want to get over into any of the writing. So I think that will work. My dogs, I guess, went to bed after they had their snack with my paper. Usually they're up here pestering me to pet them, and my Doberman's knocking my arm around while I'm trying to scrapbook. I tell her all the time that she's not a very good scrapbooker, but I think they decided after they had their snack to go lay down and go to bed. Okay, so we've got all of that down. And then this was his name from where his little lunch pail and his jacket and everything went. So I wanted to keep that. So let's put that there. And then I want to try to make a little cluster with a couple of little things I have over here to go with that, since this was like an art project. I've got, let's see what I've got actually. I've got this little, I have this art, this little, it's a book, but I think it's okay to do it, that we could maybe do something like that. And then I've got these two little hands like with paint all over them that I thought might be cute with that. That's getting kind of busy, but I still want it there. I don't care. I've got a pencil. There's another little crayon I can stick somewhere. I have some little stars. I have a pencil I thought I saw. I've got a pencil and some stars left, and that's about it. We could put the pencil with this little cluster right there. Okay. It's kind of messy, but his little, I want that hand. That's one of the most important things to me. So I think that's just, I'm not going to put any more embellishment, I don't think, on this page. That little hand is so colorful and so busy, and I've got the little thing there by his name, the title. I think I'm just going to leave that. I think it's just going to have to be it. Some things I had in case I thought I could use them up there. So I really think that's going to be it. So I hope you liked making the flip page. It really adds a lot of space that you can put in your layout and gives you, you know, basically I have 2 pages in one. I don't have to, you put this inside your page protector. This is outside the page protector so that you can flip it and see it. And then you really have a 1-page layout, but you have what would be 2 pages. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry I can't get it all on the camera at one time. But anyway, I use flip pages a lot. I really like them. They stretch my album for me. I think I am going to go back and I'm going to put a star. I'm going to do something over these corners. This one especially is really bothering me. I may do something else with those, but I'm going to at least do like almost like enamel dots here and get that corner covered. There's 3. That's the worst one that really is bothering me, so that's covered. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. God bless you. Keep me in your prayers for tomorrow, and I hope you liked making a flip page. Have a great day.